Let's start the YouTube video off with this. So I'm gonna make a little TikTok of me slamming a hole right here in this fender and then ripping it off with a winch in like tribute to Whistling Diesel. We're gonna replace this fender anyways, but you know, only you guys on YouTube are gonna know we're replacing the fender, but it's just gonna look like I'm destroying a perfectly mint Jeep. Even though this panel wasn't worth saving because there was a dent up here, this was trial one of me just, you know, hitting her with the hammer. So hope you guys enjoyed this beginning of the video. Alright, let's actually get into the Jeep build now. Alright guys, to start off, we're going to pull these pods off of the Jeep. It's going to cut all the wiring behind it because I'm probably going to run like a 50-inch light bar across the top so I can still use some of that wiring. Let's get these off first. Pulled these front pods off. They came off really easy, and then I just cut the wires right here, even though I gotta pull this off along with the windshield wipers to bend this back. I don't know, that's for later. But I decided I'm gonna come over here, and like I expected, everything just, you know, that I pull off, dirt goes everywhere. I did this because I can clean all up in there and try to get as much dirt that's inside of here out. I can, you know, wash this all down, and then this area is actually gonna be getting buffed out. And I pulled off the rear tire carrier because I don't know if I'm gonna be running the little plate on the back or if I'm gonna be putting a big tire carrier on it, because I'm gonna be running, I think, either a 38 or a 40 on this Jeep. Don't want to be hanging the, you know, a big heavy tire off of the tailgate. I want one of those like enforced brackets, so that wouldn't be getting used anyways. And then I'm gonna come over here and start pulling off this hitch receiver because the new bumper I ordered has a hitch installed with it, and I'm gonna remove this hook because the idea here is to clean off the frame. If the frame doesn't look minty, I'm probably just gonna coat it with something so then the whole underside of this looks absolutely perfect. We're gonna pull that off real quick, and then I'll probably start coming over here and removing the fenders. And I also think I'm gonna remove these side steps, even though I'm thinking that I'm gonna put them back on the Jeep. Let's get into it.
I mean, I don't know, because at least not gonna lose. Well, no, I don't think it's the video, I just think it's your audience. Yeah.
But I got this receiver off right there, and that was kind of a pain to get off because he welded it himself, and then the bolts were pushed in through the backside because I had to tap them, and they kind of pushed up against the muffler on the back end, and they were pretty hard to get out. So the rear end is completely disassembled for what I need to get done. I'm also going to take this soft top off right here because we are going to be putting a hard top on this Jeep. So it is the next day now since that last clip that I just shot, and I got the soft top off of the Jeep. It is sitting right here on the floor next to a package that just came in, and this is the front end that we're going to be running on this thing. So it's a grumper. I know a lot of people don't like grumpers, but with it being completely steel, I think they look pretty sick, and they're like, you know, they're heavy duty, which, you know, a Jeep, I'm trying to do a build like this that looks really heavy duty, even though it's kind of going to be like a mall crawler because I'm sanding all this stuff down and getting it color matched, which kind of takes away from, you know, it actually going off-road and getting used, because it's going to look really pretty. Even though I know a Jeep shouldn't be pretty, it should be rugged. But we got a couple more things done to this. So I pulled the front fenders off. Now it's time to get these quarter panels pulled. I got the hardware pulled out all in the front here. It's just the couple 10mm bolts here at the top. One right there. Now what I need to do is remove this hinge bracket, remove the windshield wipers, this little plate right here, bend this up, draw out the pinch welds, and also on the seam weld, I think that would be called, down at the bottom, I got two 10mm bolts I need to pull. So I'm going to drop these side steps right here first. Then we're gonna get into pulling these off and pulling the quarter panel. And also I'm gonna punch this through all the way so I can come around and hook it with my winch, because my other TikTok is doing decent. It's doing decent. It's at 50,000 views. I think I can pull a little bit more views by lighting that front grill on fire and then also pulling this quarter panel off with the winch. So check me out on TikTok and follow me on Instagram if that's something people do, like, you know, or you just watch my YouTube content. Doesn't really matter. I really don't care about likes on Instagram, and I really don't care about views on TikTok. I care about my YouTube channel. So let's get right into this. Hey, links in the description though if you guys want to give me that follow. We got it off though. Time to go to the other side. Just got that top piece off, and look at the wiring that was holding on those pods right there. Hook it up to my phone. There's just two 10mm bolts that hold this little piece up here on the top, and then two down here. So we're gonna pull those off, bend this back, and then remove this panel. That's all the dirt that came out the second I kind of popped this panel out. We're gonna go off track for a little second because I'm gonna do something with the winch, but then we'll come over to this side and remove this panel all conventionally. Alright, I think that went pretty well actually, pulling it off with the winch. It pushed the hood up a little bit, but it doesn't seem to have bent any part of the hood. I got to save this piece right here. We're gonna just pull it off, unhook the winch, and then I'll go over to this side and actually unbolt this properly. Let's see how much dirt falls out when I pull this panel off. Oh, it's falling. So we're making some headway on this, and these things, like I expected, he really, you know, got into the mud here to get all this mud up inside of here underneath the fender wells. Inside of the actual quarter panel, there's a lot of dirt in there. Now we're gonna move over here to the front, start finishing up the last of everything that needs to get pulled off of it. So I'm gonna remove this front bumper with the winch, but I'm gonna leave the winch wiring there because I'm gonna hook this up inside the new front bumper because I really like the winch, if you guys haven't noticed. Let's pull this thing off, and I'm also gonna remove this front grille. Then I might take it to the gas station real quick because it's about to run out of gas. Let's cut to the clip real quick of me almost blowing my back out to put this thing down lightly so it doesn't scratch my floors. We got the front bumper off. The only thing I'm gonna be pulling off now is gonna be this front grille, but you guys know how to take grills off, so let's just... And we got the front grille off, and this thing is stripped down here in the front. And I gotta say, I kinda like the way this thing looks right now more than it did before, just because like I like a bare bone Jeep. I think this thing looks sick. But let's back this thing out, take it to the gas station. It is dark out, so hopefully we get there all good. I do have headlights, but those blinkers are kind of hanging out there. And I have no taillights, but I'm not gonna have this thing run out of fuel while I'm like driving around to go get little things done to it. Let's hope they don't pull me over right here. We made it here to the gas station. No taillights, no tag, no rear bumper, no nothing. Let's put a little bit of premium in her because she is running rough, and it could be the fuel because who knows if there's water in this fuel tank or whatever. It's really low on gas. All right, guys, before I end this video, I'm gonna give you guys a little walk around of what it looks like. And this might be the end of making it look worse before it looks better. But I gotta say, I did strip this thing down pretty quick. There will be bike content coming out relatively soon. I'm not gonna upload a bike video without there being a significant amount of work done to the bike, but that's it for this Jeep video right now. Part 2, part 3 will be out as soon as I get the XRC fenders. I'll catch you guys next Monday. Peace out.
Built from the bottom, baby.
Hey. This is built from the bottom.
Dude, that paint job is shit.
Yo, dude, the thing's fucking mint.
That paint is mint, bro.
No, dude, no. He needs to go to American Club.